Day 29 of upgrading to Town Hall 11 from Town Hall 10. That's what we're going to have a look at in this video. My progress over the last week. Before we do that, I'm Mr. Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, take a moment now to hit that subscribe button for daily uploads of various gaming content. And my queen's only just woken up. I started recording just a little bit too late to watch her wake up, but thank goodness she's been asleep for a while. We'll have a look at her in a second. As soon as I've cleared away all of this trash, I'll get to harvest a little bit of stuff. I did have intentions of doing a few more raids prior to her waking up. However, I got attacked and I got a nice little long shield. By the time I had a look, I had about 13 hours left on the shield. You can see the personal timer thing, or the timer up there, whatever, the guard, the shield. That's running down now. I had about 13 hours left on the queen and about 13 hours left on the clock for the shield. And I just thought, well, you know what? I might as well not do any raiding at all, because we can have a look at what I've got left to do. Okay, so let's go over to the upgrade base. Let's have a look at that. Okay, set as active. Wonderful. And here we are. Upgrade base. Now, as you can see, I've done a few wall pieces. They look a little bit random here, but in the original base they're all down at the bottom corner, which is a little bit strange considering that when you are making the base, you pull a wall piece out, a wall piece, wall piece, wall piece. And in this case, that's all I did, was I just dragged them across. So anyway, who knows how that works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I had to do that because I was just getting too much loot while I was trying to get enough loot for this Inferno Tower, which I have here, and I was basically making wall pieces with elixir because the lab's going too crazy. Oh, well, look, while we're zoomed in here, you can see the Grand Warden's on 8, the Queen is on 45, and the King is still on 40, obviously. Haven't touched any of the bomb towers. The Eagle Artillery is on level 2. I have not touched the clan castle. No, haven't touched the clan castle. Just had to make sure of that for a second. 5 days left in the lab. Let's have a look at that. Okay, next thing in the lab will be, depending, but most likely, I've got a spell, a magic spell thing from my magic, and I'll do the free spell, because that's 7 days. So that'll be an instant upgrade on the free spell. And I believe I've probably got a rune of elixir, in which case I'll drop that. And then I'll do the balloons. 8 days, 12 hours for the balloons. The reason for the balloons is that I've done both dragons and the lava hound, and that will give me complete air power by then. Obviously not a queen walk sort of a thing, but at least basic zap dragon sort of attack. Okay, let's guess off of that, click nothing. All right, army camp, you can see this one is still upgrading. This other 2 have been done and I've got 1 to go. All right, how are we looking over here? I've done 2 elixir bowls. I've done 1, 2, I've done, is that 2? Yeah, I've done 2 gold mines, gold storages, and I've got 2 to go. 2 elixir bowls, 1 is upgrading, 1 to go. I haven't done any of the arch towers. Everything else is max at this point. Basically, my situation is everything's taking so long. Of course, I'm picking things that take a long time, such as army camp. So if you have a look at this army camp, the upgrade for that one's going to be 8 days. So once this army camp builder is ready in 2 days, he's going to go down straight onto another army camp for 8 days. So it will look like not much is happening on the base, because for the next 10 days or 11 days or whatever, I'm going to have, how long was that upgrade on this one? 8 days and 12 hours. And I've got 2 days and 14 hours. So for the next 11 days, my army camp will be upgrading. So one builder will be tied up in army camp. So it won't appear to be much going on the base for almost the next 2 weeks as far as the army camps go. Weapon wise though, it's really going to depend on how much loot I have. The reason I picked the Inferno was because I was able to get rid of elixir loot. However, while I could have gotten rid of gold loot and maybe done an archer tower, I had that much and I just thought, you know, I might as well just do this Inferno tower. And the Inferno tower is already level 4 and it's going to level 5 now. So that Inferno tower will be done. This Expo is going to level 5, so the Expo will be done. So if the Expo's upgrade time is 8 days, 12 hours. So it's really going to depend on what I've got left, how much loot I have at the time the builder is free. So you can see this Expo is done in 1 day and 15 hours. The elixir storage is done in 5 hours. So whether I now put that builder onto a gold storage, in which case that will be a 2 day and 13 hours. We'll have a look here. Roughly, I could probably do that because I've got a little bit less than 1 million elixir left over. So it would kind of even out the golden elixir sort of a thing. But it means then that I've still got 1 day and then in 5 hours, 1 day and 10 hours from that moment until the Expo's ready. In which case I need to do some raiding if I'm going to put it back on the Expo again, because I still need a little bit more loot. Raiding up for the elixir for the lab. How long do I have in the... Where is my lab anyway? But there it is. We just had a look at it before. I've got another 5 days on the dragon, so you'll see a balloon going up next week, and you'll see that the freeze spell will be done. So at the moment it doesn't look like there's a lot going on or that there's been a lot of changes, but there is a lot going on. That's just how it looks at the moment. Once I've got that sort of settled, once these army camps are done, I'll probably put that army camp builder onto the huts, because the huts, look, they take 6 days. So once they get done, in between each update there'll be a hut, another hut, and another hut. But I just want to get the army camps done first, because that way then they're out of the way and they're just done. I've already got my main raiding troop. As you know, I only raid with archers. So as you can see, archers, like I've done in previous videos, and that's the cheapest army that I can find. I have been using some of the spells, obviously, because we have to deploy spells to achieve things in the gold pass. Okay, so that being the case, it's time to send the queen back to sleep. She's only just woken up. I do not have, we can just check just to make sure. I don't think I have a crown. No crown at all. And I've got 1 builder boost. So the queen can go to sleep. And I'll see her, actually, before I put her to sleep, how close am I to getting something different? 1080 research boost. Oh, builder boost is 420 away. I've got 1 challenge that would take that up. And look at that. Oh, look, I'm not going to put the queen down. If I can drop another couple another couple spells in a raid and get a win, then that will give me enough to get the 20% builder boost. So she'll cost a little bit less again. Then I'll put her down. Okay. So you won't see that on camera. I'll go and do that now. And the upgrade time, well, the time's going to come down as well. At the moment, it's 5 days and 22 hours. And of course, by the time you see this, she'll have been going for a few days, because it's now currently the 12th of November is when this is actually getting recorded. And you'll be seeing this on the 16th of November in 4 days. So she'll only have a little bit over a day to go on that upgrade. And by then, hopefully I have enough Dark Elixir. I'll just put her straight back down again. So on the next update, she'll be upgrading. She'll be 46 going to level 47. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. I'll just take it back to my normal village so you can see what I've done with the walls at the bottom. And there they all are just at the bottom there. Just those few little wall pieces. So why they get spread out like that is anybody's guess, but that's just how it is. So now I'm going to go off. I'll get a 1-star raid, just making sure there's no trash that needs to be taken out. I'll get a 1-star raid, then I'll go put the queen down, and I'll see you next week with another update. This is day 29. So I've nearly been at it for a month. I know it's weird that it doesn't look like there's a lot happening, but I think within the next month you'll see a lot of changes very rapidly because of the way that I've been spending the loot initially on things that are just taking so long, whereas things like the Archer Tower, which only take 5 days and not a tremendous amount of loot. So I can get a couple of builders onto those, that kind of a thing, and get them done. So then it starts to look like there's more progress. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. If you've got any tips to help speed up the progress in Town Hall 11 updating besides the Gold Pass, let me know. Drop them in the comment below. But until next time, thanks for watching.